Hello chatbox out there, it's a brand new week, so you know what that means. A new week with lots of adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures. It's Monday and I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. I'm not until Friday evening, so I get 4.5 days off, and I've been working quite a lot of shifts. I worked 5 shifts in the space of 4 days, so I was very happy to have a line and not have to set an alarm. And I got up naturally about 9:30 and I set my alarm for 11, so I went back to bed. My alarm went off at 11 and then I literally just turned off and ended up going back to bed and didn't get up till about 1ish. And I got up, had some breakfast, watched a bit of TV, and then I got showered and changed and listened to a bit of music. Read some more of One Day. I was just doing some drawing and colouring in of some of my new illustrations. Had a cup of tea and some biscuits. I was just tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk and was loving the sunshine and blue skies, and it's warming up out there, which is good. And I ended up going up to the high street and having a look inside the child shops. I also went into one of the book shops. I love the smell of old books so much. And then popped into one of the flower shops and got some flower shops from there. They've always got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there. I love all the beautiful colours on the flowers. I was then having a lovely chat with the flower shopkeepers in there, and then I got some plants outside of the plant section. I love that unit they have with all the plant pots on and stuff for sale, so I was having a look in there. And also they had a little basket with some plants in, which is very cute, and the windows with all the plants in. It's like a little jungle in there. I then head off to some more of the shops, and I went off to the plant shop at the top of the high street, and I got a mirror selfie from there, surrounded by all these plants and shoes. I love that mirror with all the plants around it, it's so cute. I was then getting some plants out from there and shoes. The plant displays are so pretty. I love all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty plant pots. I then went off and had a look around some more of the shops. I went into Deputy Smith's and had a look in there, and I was like, no Dan, you don't need any more stationery, you've already got enough stationery as it is. And I'd gone through a load of my stationery already. I did see this notebook that I was this close to get. I did get a new jumper from one of the child shops, and I know I got rid of a load of jumpers, but I saw this jumper and had to get it. It was just such a pretty jumper, and I'm going to show you guys me trying that on. Here is my new jumper. It's so beautiful. I love this emerald green colour, and it is such a good fit. It's very large, very baggy, so yeah, I really like it. I like the more longer flow jumpers. Lots of room to move in, very comfortable, and yeah, I said I wasn't going to get any more jumpers, but I saw this jumper and just knew I had to get it. It fits like a glove, and it's such a beautiful colour. It's like an emerald green colour, and really love that jumper. And then I went off to one of the restaurants in the high street, and I got a milkshake from there, and I had a banoffee biscoff milkshake, and also got a stout of that, and got a stamp of this floral print where they have some flower prints, and also got a mirror selfie from the mirror wall they have in there, and we should go to those snaps. The milkshake was so good, and I love that selfie I got from the mirror wall they have in there, and the floral prints as well. It's so beautiful in there. I love all the lanterns and the floral prints and all the mirrors in there. That's why I could not work in there, because I'd be taking lots of snaps of all the floral prints and lots of mirror selfies, and I'm not getting any work done. I then headed home, and I got back, and me, my mum and dad were watching a bit of The Chase, and I had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and was sorting out my office and my dolls and dollhouse, and tidying up my dollhouse a little bit. And then for my tea, I had some scrambled eggs on toast. The scrambled eggs on toast was so delicious. I always smother mine in ketchup, some like brown eyes. I love ketchup so much. And now I am off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today and watch today's Home Away and UK soaps, and also have All Stars Love Island starting back tonight, and I'm so excited to watch that. And we'll see you more to vlog tomorrow. Just done myself a hot chocolate in the mug I got from my colleague for Secret Santa. It's such a cute mug. And I got one of my biscuits I got from the autumnal biscuits from the garden centre. It does look very Christmassy, and I'm looking forward to having this and dunking my biscuit in my hot chocolate. It's now Tuesday. I got up early so not to sleep the day away, and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and was just catching up on neighbours. I then sorted my Bruto doll out into a new look, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of that. Here's my Bruto doll's new look, starting off with the shoes. She's got these pink and white high heels on. She's got these black necking stockings. She has this really pretty pink floral dress on with this black jacket on the top, and then this necklace and her black hat. And this is the whole look. I love that dress and jacket combo with the shoes as well. And then I was listening to a bit of music and just doing some drawing and colouring in, and was watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and I headed off to the charge shops and had a look into the charge shops, and went off to one of the book shops, and also went into W. Smith's and had a look around there, and went off to one of the flower shops that wasn't open yesterday. It's open today onwards, and I got some flower starts from there that I'll show you guys. They've always got such beautiful flowers in there, and also while so good in there, I was then having a chat with the flower shop keepers in there, and then I went off to more of the shops, and I got myself a sandwich for my lunch and had that, and then went off for more of my walk, and I ended up going down to the castle and getting some snaps of the castle's gardens, and I'm going to show you guys those. The castle's gardens are so beautifully kept, and I cannot wait for the spring and summertime when all the flowers start to bloom. And I love the rose garden, so I'm really looking forward to all the roses starting to come out, and love that water fountain as well. And then I went inside the castle, and where you can have afternoon teas in the lounges, you can also pop in and have a tea or coffee, and I got myself a hot chocolate from there, and I'll show you guys that. I love that table that the hot chocolate was on with the beautiful carvings in, and then I got some snaps around the lounges where you can have afternoon tea, and I'm going to show you guys those photos. It's so pretty in there. I love all the tapestries and the massive windows and chandeliers, and all the little games that you can play in there, like chess and backgammon, and all the lovely cushions, and it's just really cozy in there, and had some really pretty music playing as well. And then I headed home, and I got my headphones and my phone charger so that I could charge my phone whilst on the bus, as they have charging ports in the buses now. And then I headed up to meet Tash at the High Street, as we were off to go watch the Wobbly Williams biopic with Jamie, and then going into town to do karaoke in the lanes. And I got myself some popcorn and a drink and some M&Ms to have at the cinema from Co-op, and me and Tash then headed off to get the bus into the mall to then go off to the cinema, and we were meeting Jamie there. And we got there and we got to the cinema, and Jamie was running a bit late, so we headed in to cinema, and then Jamie joined us a little bit later on. She only missed like a tiny bit of the film as the bus was running a bit late, and the film was amazing. Really enjoyed the Wobbly Williams biopic, and then we head off to go get the bus to town and head off to the lanes, and I'm going to show you guys some stats I got whilst we were at the lanes doing some karaoke. It was so much fun. My voice is a little bit sore now from all the singing that we were doing and dancing, and we were just having such a good night. and then we head off to get some tea, and pretty much most of the places we were going to go was shut, so we just went off to a kebab van and I had a kebab. I had a mint-sauce lamb kebab. I got myself an apple tango as well, and then on the way to the bus I got a snap of this pretty street art. I love the street art in and around Bristol, they're just so beautiful. I then had my lamb kebab with mint sauce, smothered in mint sauce, it was so good, and my apple tango, and I'm going to show you guys a snap of the lamb kebab that I had. You know it's a good night when you end the night with a lamb kebab. We then got the bus back and I got off by Aldi bus stop when Tash and Jerry got off because they only live across the road, and I had a little bit of a walk to get home too, but it wasn't too bad, and I had my headphones so I was listening to some music on the way back, and it was just a bit of Robbie Williams, and we just had such a lovely evening. And obviously when we did karaoke I had to do a bit of Robbie Williams. I then let myself in and I am now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home and Away and UK soaps, and then tomorrow me and Jamie are going off for breakfast at Shelly's and then going off to the garden centre. Two of my favourite things, a fry up and a garden centre, so it should be a good day. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your evening, and we'll see you with more vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday. I got up early to go off for a catch up with Tash, and we were going off to have breakfast at Shelly's, and got showered and changed and ready to go off to meet her. And I head up to Shelly's, met Tash there, and I got a mirror selfie in front of this mirror with lots of plant leaves all around it, and I'm sure you guys that. I love all the plants around the mirror, it's so cute. And then we had our breakfast and I had a fry up with a pot of tea, and I'm going to show you guys that. It was so delicious. And then after that we went off to a shop just down the road where I got 2 pairs of socks that I'll show you guys. So I got this pair, which are a grey pair with lots of different coloured stars on. I did have this pair already, but they've literally vanished. I've looked everywhere and I cannot find them, so they either have been eaten by the sock monster or one of my siblings has them. But I asked them if they'd seen them and they were like no. So I got this pair again, and this will be my backup pair, so if I do eventually find them I'll have a backup pair as well. And I got this pair which is very Christmassy, and I love all the colours and patterns on these pair of socks. And then we went off to the corner shop and got drinks from there, and then head off to get the bus to the garden centre. And we headed off to the garden centre, and just before going down to the garden centre I have to cross the road and go down this country lane to get to the garden centre. We headed off to have a little nose in this pub which is just on the main road that I hadn't been in before, and I got 2 snaps on there. I got a snap of this pink wooden panelling with some plants hanging on there, and also a snap of this window with some flowers in. It's a really pretty pub. Next time we go to the garden centre we'll definitely have to pop in there for a drink. We then headed down to the garden centre, and we got to the garden centre and I got some plants out from the plant session. The plant section is huge, and I love all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty plant pots. And then we went off to have a bit of cake in the cafe, and we ended up having some jam scones with some tea, and I'm going to show you guys. The cream tea was so good, and then we got a photo together that I'm going to show you. We then just chilled in there for a bit and just chatted, and I then got a snap of these pretty prints they have up in the restaurant. They're so pretty. We then went off and had a look around more of the garden centre and had a look on the outside of the garden centre, where I got a snap of these pretty statue plant pots and this mirror. I love these plant pots, they're so beautiful. And then we bumped into 2 of our workers from work, so we were having a chat with them. I then got a snap of this little wheelbarrow with some flowers in. I love that little wheelbarrow with all those pretty flowers in. They've got such lovely colours on, and all sorts of things like that dotted around the garden centre. It's such a beautiful garden centre with so much to see, and we were having a really nice look around there, and it was a lovely sunny day with blue skies, and I just love garden centres. They are my happy place. And then I got a snap of these pretend flowers. They're so beautiful and look so realistic. I then had a look at the sweet section and got some sweets that I'm going to show you guys. I got some shrimp and banana. Shrimp and banana are my favourite sweets, they're so good. We then headed off to get the bus back, and we got the bus back. Cash got off at Aldi, and then I got one of the last bus stops closer to my house, and I was just listening to my music on my headphones, and I've just been listening to the Robbie Williams Better Man movie songs covers, which are so good, and I love the Angels version in the film. It's just so beautiful. I then got back and I was just listening to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and reading some more of One Day, and sorting out my Bluetooth doll, and just tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse. And I'm now off to pop to the shops, and we'll see you with more of the vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back for being at shops, and I ran some errands and had a lovely evening stroll. I then got back and I had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and was reading some more of One Day, and just a bit of music, and just doing some drawing and colouring in, and watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. I was just tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse. And then for my tea, I had some pizza. I love pepperoni pizza, it's so delicious. And my mum and our family friend have gone out for food at the Harvester, so I was having a nice catch up with my mum's best mate and our family friend, and was telling them all about how I had gone to Edinburgh and wishing her a happy new year, and we were just chatting about how our Christmas has been. And then I was listening to a bit of Kylie and worked on one of my new illustrations, and I'm going to show you guys that. Here is my new illustration that I've just been working on. It's so pretty. I love it. A vision in blue, and she's got this blue heart-cut dress with a jumper underneath, and there's this netting lace bit here, and then she's got this black glove and a handbag, and she's got one arm behind her back, like on the side, and she's got one leg behind her foot here, and she's got these blue boots on. And I love her hair and the black choker necklace, and she's got this little fringe bit here covering one of her eyes, and the darker, heavier makeup. I love the more edgy style in the illustration. It's one of my favourite new illustrations. I'm really liking the new style that I'm going with, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's Holloway and UK soaps, and we'll see you in more vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday. I got up after a lie-in, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, just a bit of music. I was just watching a bit of TV and reading some more of One Day and sorting out my office and my dolls and dollhouse. My dad had gone to fishing after work. He goes fishing most Thursdays. The others were at work, and then I was just tidying up my office for my Be My Christmas illustrations, colouring in some of those, and there's a little bit of a mess, and was then just watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. And then me and my mum and grandma ended up going off for lunch. My younger sister was supposed to be going with them, but she was up in the night, so she wasn't feeling up to it, so I went instead, and I was going to be going to the garden centre, so they dropped me to the garden centre afterwards, and we went off for lunch just down to the restaurant down the road from ours, and I had some lasagna and had a bit of a toast sponge cake for pudding. It was so delicious, and I had some J2Os. I love J2Os so much. Then after that, my mum and grandma dropped me off to the garden centre, and then they headed back to ours, and my mum was dropping my grandma to a doctor's appointment later on, so she was staying at ours. And then I got into the garden centre and went off to the plant section, and I got some plants out from there. I was was able to get some really pretty plant starts. I love all the succulents and cactuses and the plant pots. I was having a good look around there. I then went off and had a look at the homeware and stationery section, and then I got some flower snaps, and I'll show you guys those. I was really surprised with this time of year that I was going to be able to get any flower snaps. I really didn't think I was going to get any, and I saw a few and I got some really pretty coloured flower snaps, and then I headed back, and on my way back I popped into the shops to get some drinks for the games night that I gave to on first notes at Jen's, and I am very excited to head there tonight, as I always enjoy our games nights. It's always so much fun. And then I got home and my mum had gone to pick my grandma up from her doctor's appointment and take her home, and I got some Maltesers for myself as a little treat for the shops when getting the drinks for the games night. And I'm not quite sure what I'm for our food tonight, as we normally have some food there, so that'll be a nice surprise. And I think someone's going to be bringing some snacks, and we've got lots of fun games that we're going to be playing, like this sound game that Tash is going to be playing, which apparently I've been very good at. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to the games night, and I'm just going to be having some of my Maltesers, doing some new drawing and illustration work and colouring some of those in, and I'm going to be finishing off watching some episodes of Doctor Who, and I'll just be chilling before games night this evening, and we'll see you when I'm back from games night. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back for being at games night. My younger brother had dropped me to games night. I got there and I bought some drinks first to have, so I bought some Fanta and some Sprite Zero, and we then had our tea, and we had some duck with some noodles and some sauce, and then for pudding we had trifle, and I'm going to show you guys. The food was so delicious, and then we played some games, and we have a scoreboard of who's won the most games to make it a little bit of a competition, and I had a big fat 0 because I hadn't won any games, and then I finally have got 2 points on the scoreboard of people who've won games, as I won 2 games, which was very satisfying, as I normally don't win any games, and had such a lovely evening. And there's only going to be 4 of us next week, as 2 of them are off to Egypt, which is amazing, and I hope they have a lovely time. And then my mum picked me up, and I'm now home, and I'm off to get into my pyjamas, finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home and Away and UK soaps. And tomorrow I have my first morning group back of 2025, which I'm very excited for. And then I have work in the evening, so I've got my uniform ready for that. And I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your evening, and we'll see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. It's now Friday. I hope you guys all having a lovely end to your week. It's almost the weekend. I got up, showered and changed, and had some toast and coffee for my breakfast, and got myself ready to go off to morning group, my first morning group session of 2025. So I was very excited for that. And my mum dropped me down to morning group, and I got there and had to pop to the loo just before the session started, and I got a cute mini selfie from there. The session then started, and we went into the kitchen and we were doing some baking, and I always enjoy our baking sessions. They're always so much fun, and we were decorating cupcakes, so we made those and then waited for them to cool down. And whilst waiting for them to cool down, we had some cups of tea and coffee and some biscuits, and I had a lovely nasa, and I hadn't seen them since before Christmas, so we were talking about Christmas and what we've been up to in the new year so far, and it was just lovely catching up with them. Such a lovely bunch of people. And then our cupcakes had cooled down, so we then started to ice them and decorate them, and we put lots of sprinkles and chocolate chips all over them. And I'm going to show you guys the cupcakes that we made and decorated. Yeah, the cupcakes I made at morning group, they're so pretty. We've got sprinkles and chocolate chips on, and I love the cupcake holders with the blue and the polka dots. Can't wait to tuck into these. The cupcakes looked so good. Always have so much fun baking at morning group. It's probably one of our favourite things to do at morning group, doing baking. And then At the end of the session, we got a photo of us all together with our cupcakes, and then I got picked up by my mum, got home, and for my lunch I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches with a cup of tea and some Jaffa cakes, these little Jaffa cake bars which are so good. And then we were watching a bit of Bargain Hunt, and I tried one of my cupcakes which was so good. I then was just writing a bit of my journal entry for today and working on some illustrations and colouring some of those in, and just listening to a bit of music. And I've just been listening to Robbie Williams' movie score from Better Man. It's such a great film, and I already loved Robbie Williams, but I now love him even more, and I love the Angels version from the movie. It's just so good. And then I was just tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse and sorting out my Bleacher doll, and I'm now off to go and watch some more episodes of Exo Kitty season 2. I've just started watching that and it's so good, and I have work this evening. I'm doing 5 till close, so I'm just going to be chilling till then. So it wasn't so much of a chilled evening before work now, as I ended up going for a little walk and heading off to the flower shops and child shops, and with this one, thought just before going to work at 5 o'clock, I thought I'd meet up with Tash to have a coffee and a catch up, and I had a caramel frappe and a bit of Victoria sponge cake, the usual, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. It was so good. We're just chilling, having a good chat, and also got a photo together. So cute, besties forever. We're now going off to have a look around some of the child shops, and we'll see when I get back with more of the vlog. I'm back from being at Coffee One and having a look around the child shops with Tash. Had a lovely catch up with her, and after Coffee One we went off to the child shop and had a look on there, and went off to the plant shop at the top of the high street, and I got some plant starts in there. They've got such beautiful plants in there. I love all the succulents and cactuses, and the plant displays in there are so pretty. We then went off to Aldi to have a look at the middle aisle, which was the Best Buy aisle, and Tash ended up getting some fluffy Crocs because she loves her Crocs, bless her. And then she had to go get her mum a coffee, and so I gave her a hug and thanked her for a lovely coffee catch up and time having a look around the child shops. And then I headed home. I then got back and I was just writing a bit more of my journal, listened to a bit of music and doing some drawing and colouring in, and I've just been watching more episodes of Exo Kitty, and it is so good. And me and my younger sister have been chatting about that, and I am now going to be getting myself ready for work, doing 5 till close, and I'll see you when I'm back from work. It is later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at my 5 till close. So I got ready for work, and my older brother had got back from work and his girlfriend is staying over for the weekend, and she was off to the Hippodrome to see this theatre production called about Juliet's story, and she was going with my older sister and some of their mates, so she was getting ready to go off there. Wish I could have gone then, so going to work. I love the Hippodrome, love going to the theatre. Cannot wait to see Moulin Rouge in June. So excited for that. And this year I definitely want to be going to see more theatre productions. And then I got dropped to work by my dad. Got to work, I got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was just me and one other colleague to start with, and then another colleague was coming back in at 6 as they'd been on a split shift, and it was so busy. I was rolling lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables and getting loads of the cleaning and closures done, and so on, chatting to some of the regulars. And then our colleague that was on the split shift came back in at 6, and I did the orange juice machine and restocked the milk fridges and did lots of the cleaning and clothes jobs, and was just here, there and everywhere. Had a few cups of tea with coconut milk to keep me fueled, to keep me going. Had a great team on, great music playlist playing. So whilst cleaning tables, I caught myself singing along to some of the songs, which my head chef was laughing at. And I had a great team in the kitchen as well, and the food was coming out very quickly. And yeah, it was a really good shift, really chilled. Busy but not too busy, which I like. and then I finished at 11ish and I clocked off, got my bag and coat, and then quickly popped down to one of the pubs in High Street to see my mate who works there, got myself a cola from there and was having a chat with him. And then I got picked up by my dad, got home, and for my tea I had a curry. Let me show you guys. The curry was so delicious, and then my older brother's girlfriend got back from being at the theatre, and we were chatting about the theatre production that she'd seen, and she really enjoyed it. And they had some big names in it, which was really cool. And then I got my uniform ready for work tomorrow, and it's going to be so busy. We have so many bookings, both for 4 of us on, and it's a good team, so we will smash it. And if I could get through a busy Sunday with just 3 colleagues on, me and 2 others, I could get through this shift as well. And at least I get Saturday evening off, which would be good. And New Gladiators is back on BBC tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to watching that. And then I got into my PJs, finished watching my journal, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away and the UK soaps. And we'll see you tomorrow. It's now Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend so far. I got up and got ready for work and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I was then just watching a bit of TV before work, and then I got dropped to work, and I didn't start work till 10, and I was dropped up a little bit earlier, so I was able to go to the shops and get a drink and some bits from there, and then popped to the flower shop and I got some flowers from there. Let me show you guys. They've always got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there with lovely colours, and I then got some plant starts for the plant section. They had some new succulents in that I was able to get snaps of. I love succulents and cactuses and all the plants in there and all the pretty plant pots, and the plants hanging from the windows. It's like a little jungle in there. I was then having a lovely chat with the flower keepers in there, and then I made my way to work. I got to work, got clocked in, I put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 3 other colleagues on shift, and I had my drink that I got from the corner shop to help fuel me, and it was such a busy shift. We had quite a lot of bookings, we had 2 massive parties, and so that kept us busy, and I was running lots of food and drinks and doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and someone charged some of the regulars, and I was mainly on bar and floor, so I was on bar doing lots of orders, and then also on floor running lots of food and drinks and also cleaning lots of tables. And I had some cups of tea with a great music playlist playing and a great team on, and although it was busy, it was also very chilled at the same time as we had such a good team on, which is really good. And I saw in chat to some of the regulars, made a fuss of some of the cute dogs that come in as we're a dog friendly restaurant. And then I got to have a lunch break, and I had some maple syrup and banana pancakes with a chai latte, and I'll show you guys the pancakes that I had. The maple syrup and banana pancakes were so delicious. I then just scratched from my phone. I was just chilling before my break was over, and I'd set a timer on my phone to say when my break had finished, and the time went off. So I then took my plate and cup to pot wash, and then continued on with my shift and was running more food and drinks and cleaning tables, and it got quieter and then got quite busy again. So I was cleaning lots of tables and doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks making, and then I fished at 5 and I clocked off and got my coat and my bag, and then headed off, and I went off to Aldi and got myself some mini pancakes and some strawberries and blueberries from there to have for my breakfast tomorrow as a little treat, as I haven't had that in ages. And I went to get some the other week and they didn't have any of the mini pancakes, and they had some in store, so I had got some of those. And then my dad was coming to Aldi to get stuff for tea anyway, so I met my dad at Aldi, and then we came back home together. And I also got some Cookie Crisp cereal, which is such a great cereal, and also got some raisin bread, as I haven't had any raisin bread in ages. I love raisin bread, smothered with lots of butter on. I then got changed when I got back and put my work clothes in the wash and got my clean uniform ready for work tomorrow night. I'm doing a 7 till close, which means I get daytime off and I'm able to have a little bit of a lie-in, and also got this evening off, which is nice. So I've got Saturday evening and Sunday daytime off, so I get a little bit of my weekends, which is nice. And I then listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in. I was reading some more of One Day and sorting out my Bluetooth doll and just tidying up my office and dolls and dollhouse. And then for tea I had some hot dogs with lots of American mustard on. They were so good. I haven't had hot dogs in ages and really love the hot dogs that we get from Aldi because Aldi's so good. I then was just working on some illustrations, colouring some of those in, and just watching some vlogs and TikToks and some furry dog and cat videos, and had a cup of tea and some biscuits. And I'm now off to go and watch New Gladiator that is out on BBC One, and we'll see more vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I got up after a bit of a lie-in and I then had some of my mini pancakes with some strawberries and blueberries with a cup of tea for my breakfast. I'm going to show you guys. I really enjoyed my breakfast. The mini pancakes and strawberries and blueberries were so delicious. I then was just watching a bit of TV and listened to a bit of music. I then got showered and changed and was just doing some drawing and working on some illustrations and just watching some vlogs and TikToks, and I can't believe that TikTok is now banned in America. That is crazy. And then my older brother and sister and older brother's girlfriend got back from rugby training, and then they were going off for Sunday lunch, and I was like, where's my invite? I then had my lunch. I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches and a cup of tea and had some biscuits, and then tidied up my office and my dolls and dollhouse, and then I got myself ready to go off for a lovely Sunday stroll, and I head off on a massive walk and went off down to my town's castle. I got some snacks from the gardens of some of the flowers there. Castle's gardens are so beautifully kept. I was able to get some really pretty flower snaps. I also got some snaps of the castle and the castle grounds. I had a really good look around there, walking around the grounds, and I just love the water fountain and all the old castle walls, and was having a lovely sit down and enjoying the view of the gardens and the rose garden with all the roses starting to bloom. Cannot wait for spring and summer so I can get there and get some lovely flower snaps. I then came across some pretty leaves and I got 2 leaf snaps from there. They've got such lovely colours and patterns on. I then headed home and I got messaged by one of my colleagues to ask if I could come in at 5 instead of 7, and I was like, yeah, sure, no worries. So I'm now going in at 5 instead of 7. So I got back and I was listening to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and I got my uniform ready for tonight. And I then was just reading some more of One Day, slowly making my way through that. It's such a good book. And then I had a cup of tea with one of my biscuits that I got from the garden centre in this autumnal biscuit set, and they're so cute. And I'm now off to go and watch some episodes of Doctor Who and just chill before going off to get ready for work this evening. And when I get back, I'll be having my Sunday roast that I'll just have to put away for me to have when I get back. And yeah, I will have that to motivate me to get through this shift, and I'm looking forward to getting back and having that, and we'll see you with more to vlog when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now and I'm back from being at work. I did 5 till close. I was supposed to do 7 till close but did 5 till close instead. So I got to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was just me and one other colleague on shift until my other colleague came in at 7 to join us on shift. And I was just getting little cleaning and clothes shops done and running food and drinks and doing some food and drink orders and drinks making, and saw and chat to some of the regulars. And then my colleague who was in at 7 came in, and it was me and my other colleague, and there was 3 of us on. One was on bar with me and the other was doing the Quizmaster role, as we have a quiz on Sunday nights, and it was quite busy but calm at the same time. And then the one that came in at 7 had been on a split shift, so she got to go home early, and it was just me and one other colleague on till close, and I was just getting all the closing jobs done. And then we finished and I clocked off. I got my bag and coat and then ready to get picked up by my mum, and got back, and then for my tea I had my Sunday roast that I've been waiting for all evening and dreaming about, and I want to show you guys that. It did not disappoint, it was so good. I then had some raisin bread and a cup of tea for my pudding, and I bloody love raisin bread, it's so good. I then finished my journal entry for today and put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Love Island All Stars and Dancing on Ice, and I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a lovely new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in a new vlog very soon.